Hey everybody, welcome back to Undermine. So, last time I gave you a tour of all the madness that went on, and the majority of it has been cleaned up, so great job to people there. Apparently took about 4 months for things to go to heck, and about 3 days for most of it to get cleaned up. I do have some, rewiring to do over by the arena, but the first thing I need to fix up is the front of here. As you can see, it's kind of suffered a bit. I think my knowledge of exactly what went on is a bit foggy at best, but as near as I can tell, there was a fire, and this is the result. So, need to fix this up, and that's going to be our first job. We are then going to not sure what I just saw there, but yeah. We're then going to pop over to Ravine Town, where I can start working on some of the disabled access railway. With that in mind, though, let's get to work on this first. Catch you tomorrow. Right, so that is the elm tree back to more or less its original grandeur. I will be the first to admit I did cut corners when I originally built this thing, as probably noted by the fact that every single log in it is facing directly upwards. If I was doing this again, I would probably be a bit more thorough, honestly. So, yeah. So, I have built this all in. I've added a few more pumpkin lanterns in this to give it some light. I did actually also trim the air tree a little bit so that the vines aren't quite covering everything. But everything else should be perfectly fine. I don't think there are any signs missing. If there are, I'll have to go through the videos to check out what they are and put them back. But other than that, all is good and well. So, yeah, that's one job done. I got given a list of bugs for the arena that I'm going to have to go through at some point later. Although one of those apparent bugs was that the arena should give out 50 gold blocks if it hasn't been used for a while, which I don't think that's a bug. I think the fact that it doesn't do that isn't actually a bug. That might be a feature. So nice trying in. But other than that, anyways, let's move on. So, as a bit of a recap, the plan is that this lower section here is going to be access for essentially disabled dwarves. Dwarves who are incapable of walking, or are incapable of walking for prolonged periods of time, or just incapable of standing for prolonged periods of time. So it's going to allow people to go from a single minecart and pick their destinations as they go along, so that they can traverse the entirety of Ravine Town's stores and bathers and whatnot. But to do that, we're going to need a whole ton of different rails. So the first thing I need to find out is where I put the wood in all this. There we are. Bling. Right. And I did actually find out when I got back that I don't actually have much in the way of iron, so I had to go through a bunch of places to look for that. And let's just get a nice stack of sticks. There we go. Convert that back into ingots as well. And I am going to have to go through and make at least a fair few booster rails as well, but for now we're just laying down the basic line so that we can get an idea for how this will look. There we go. 2.5 stacks should get us going. And I guess I'll go down here. Do I have any... No, I think I ditched all of my cobble. Not helpful. Let's grab some nether brick. There we go. Haha. Now, I gotta say, one thing I'm really glad I was given is this stun baton, which is imbued by Slumberous to be plus 10 attack damage. And that's really handy, because that's basically a sword that can't break. Only problem I have with it, though, is it's basically a battle sign. If anyone has ever watched a playthrough of one of Vex's super hostile maps, after a while he started including items known as battle signs, which are more or less as their name implies. They are signs that have enchantments on them so that they're actually meaningful weapons. And I think I'm hearing Savini or Romero down there. I think it's Romero that I named first. And the balance that he has with the battle signs is that they're very powerful. There's only one of them, like, of a given type, usually. But, specifically and explicitly, they're a sign. So if you're not careful when you right-click, you will potentially place it on almost anything. And the same kind of goes for this stun baton. It's a very potent weapon. It will take down most mobs in like a couple of hits. I think Endermen are probably the only like standard occurring mob that might last longer. Maybe a witch as well. So I've got this like, basically I think this amounts to a sharpness 3 or sharpness 4 diamond sword. But I can't block with it. If I do try to block with it, I'm liable to place it down and destroy it in the process, because the imbue will not last past being placed. And I have this possibility of accidentally right-clicking and destroying it. So, yeah, I'm a bit nervous around the thing. It's a great weapon. I'm loving having it, but yeah. Also, I actually now have wealth. It was stated that at long last I should actually have some wealth, so I got a bunch of apples together and made a few golden apples. Most of the ones I'm carrying are the ones I've crafted as it happens. There is about 3 or 4 double chests near the nether portal up top that is just full of golden apples. I don't quite know why I was given that, but I hear a slime. Where are you? Where is this slime? Slimy! Yeah, I can definitely hear it. Where is it? Is it like the next level up? Just sort of echoing that newspaper salesman that's up there. Yeah. I can definitely... Oh, he's in here. Aha! Perfect time to demonstrate my stun baton. Oh, but you're not actually all that big, so... bleh. Yeah, infinite durability, high level, but, ultimately, very, 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 very dangerous. Now, I did get, I was given word that, in fact, nothing in Ravine Town was changed, but there was one sign from Aeneas, wonderful Aeneas, that, basically a few areas were having some trouble with mobs, so some additional signs were placed down in my absence, which, yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I think that's reasonable. Like, fair play, that's perfectly fine. Right, we are nearly around with this, I think. Yeah, I guess this will be where you start off. So just get that, good. And that is the next section we need to start with. Phew. Currently, of course, there's only 2... Whose dog are you? Currently, of course, there's only 2 actual locations to visit inside of Ravine Town. There is the smeltery, and there is the storage room. But we've got other things to put in. We need a potion shop. We need a an enchanting area, that kind of thing. And we're going to be redstoning the absolute heck out of everything. That's kind of my thing down here. Ooh, I may have made slightly too many rails. The rail lines actually, like, going to and from Screaming, otherwise known as Eden, have also been completed. And they're actually like two lines wide, so there's no chance of people running into each other unless you potentially hit a chicken, as we found out recently. Here's where I need to be. Boop. Ooh, that's dangerous. Right. Up here. And I'll scrap that. Okay, good. I did not just yet plonk these back to that. Okay. Getting a bit ahead of myself. There. Huh. So, yeah, those are actually, like, a lot longer than the rail lines I'm using here, but wow, I'm kind of, like, impressed that people did that. Granted, I was away for the better part of 5 months, so that there has been significant progress on the server is not the least bit surprising to me, but nonetheless, that's quite a bit. I gotta hats off to the workers of Eden for doing all that. Jeez. Enchanted bows, bones, normal bows, arrows, armor. Yeah, we had a lot of normal bows. Some kind of I probably should redstone this place up a bit more, but yeah, for now it's okay. It serves its function. It could do with being a bit better, but we'll work on that as Ravine Town develops. Phew, I'm getting tired. My stammer is getting really, really strong. For those of you who don't know, actually, I do have a stammer, which I get from my father. My dad still has his quite a bit. Every now and then you'll hear it kick in really strongly. Doesn't happen too much for me unless I'm getting tired. I don't know. There are like speech therapies you can have to fix it and whatnot, but it's not that debilitating. It's more comical than anything else. Like, I'll be saying something and my brain will just, for whatever reason, completely shunt halfway through a sentence or a sound or something. That's it, yeah. Oh yes, and also, something I absolutely have been adoring recently is, of course, I've been playing Minecraft Story Mode on my midnight stream. What am I bumping into? That, okay. And in Ellegaard and Soren's base, who are 2 of the Order of the Stone characters, you find a whole freaking ton of item elevators that work just like this, and I'm kind of, I don't know, it just sort of like amuses me so to no end that they would have these things inside of like official merchandise kind of games, because that, by all rights, is a bug of the physics engine. Like, that is the kind of thing they have been patching out of Minecraft for basically half a year, and, well, not even half a year, half a decade at this point. So the fact that it's just like in merchandise there, just like, oh, yay, endorsement, it might actually be around to stay. Good to know. Good to know. Oh yes, there's nothing we'll need in here. Some automated farms. That'll be fun to do. It's been years since I've actually built an automated farm that wasn't in modded Minecraft. Ah, I gotta say, I am glad to be back. I'm still kind of getting into the swing of things. You'll notice that this episode, as well as a few of my other ones, have been kind of short. XCOM 2, I think, is the only one that's been of a regular length. And that's mostly because it's hard to make XCOM episodes short, as much as I try. But yeah, I'll get the hang of getting more regular length, like 20-odd minute videos, hopefully soon enough. But for now, I'm just sort of easing back into it a little bit. So, with that in mind, next time we'll be showing off how we do the redstone for these lines, and I'll hopefully have gotten all of the powered rails necessary to go for around here done, and we will maybe even log in on the arena, get some of those bugs done. With that in mind, I hope you've all enjoyed, and I shall, as always, catch you next time.